Hello everybody, welcome to this week's vlog. So what are we talking about today? Quite a few things. First of all, the biggest thing is thanks to the good weather that we're going to be having over the next month, and it's not going to be in the 90s for all of November. It looks like for the next 10 days we're going to be in the lower 80s, 70s and 60s in there in Florida, which is something that's really good. Canvas Stories is coming back early. So instead of what I had planned out to be maybe 8 episodes, we may stretch this to 16 episodes for a season. And we're going to try to stay within that. It really depends on weather. When it becomes too hot to film in the studio, then it's not so much that it's hot while I'm doing it as much as where you got to leave the painting. Okay, you can't keep on dragging the painting in and out. I'm afraid somebody will knock it over. Then you got oil painting all over, because oil does take a while to dry. Thanks to my good friend Rob, he had gave me some easels that I needed, so I will be able to dry things in succession in the southernmost part of the studio, so I can crank them out. So I already started painting. I'm not going to show you because I actually moved it over there. One of them's the first one I'm really excited about. It's something anybody can do, and we're going to talk about it. And it's something I decided to paint for my good friend Z Garcia. So he has one of my paintings, so I'm just excited to get Canvas Stories back up. Does this pertain to gaming? Absolutely not. Does it pertain to painting miniatures? No, it does not. Oil painting has always been something that I've been very passionate about, and something I enjoy, and I enjoy doing. I love telling stories. I love painting things from my mind that have to do with something with my childhood or growing up or a moment in time, and that's where I get my inspiration from. So for the most part, Canvas Stories will be back this week. You will see the first episode. I don't know when I'm going to schedule it. Now you're going to see a whole bunch of reviews and things like that with me wearing the same t-shirt. Well, guess what? I tried to, because of the Queen's severe illness, something that we are dealing about with, and I am not ready to talk about. For the last year we have been through numerous and a very, very trying time, and in the spirit that she has, she wants us to keep going and keep doing things for you guys. Again, like I said, I offered to shut down the channel for a while, for 6 months to a year, until we can maybe deal with some of this, or maybe even longer. But the Queen says making you guys happy is what's most important, and I will live up to that. She is a inspiration and a hero of mine, that is for sure. You can say a lot of things, but I tell you, there's nobody tougher, nobody braver, nobody prettier than the Queen of all reality, and that's why she is my queen. With that aside, we are going. I'm trying to film a ton of segments at one time, and I try to do that Sundays and Mondays. This process has been good. If you notice, we've been almost doing like 10 videos a week a lot of times. We've been trying to keep something anywhere where you get 1 segment to 2 segments a week, and we've been doing a good job with getting a lot of our reviews out, keeping them nice, short, and sweet. If you guys enjoy that, please let me know in the comments. The most important thing is that we're getting things out. Now, live painting has had to take a back seat for a little bit because we're in a transition period. We're transitioning from the Christmas tree area to the studio. So I've laid off a lot of live stuff, and I apologize for that, because a lot of people even say the backbone of this very channel is our live stuff. But we will be doing a lot more live stuff. It's just I have to be very strategic in how I do it. A lot of it's had to do with illness, dealing with that, and there's just some things that just take precedence. But you know, honestly, there hasn't been a day that a segment hasn't gone up and there's been something to support this channel or some kind of content with this channel. I'm a very firm believer in everything that we do. And also, I've been straightening all the Patron stuff out. And then let's talk about that for a few seconds, okay? Those of you that are just getting games unpainted, expect to see that. I haven't ignored your emails or anything like that. You've told me what you wanted. It goes on a spreadsheet. I'm working with Miniature Market that we are planning to get that out in anywhere 2 to 3 weeks. People that want me to paint things that they have, okay, you have not received my address or anything like that, because it's going to be done in sections. I don't want to get 70 things in here and then have a pile here and wonder, oh God, I forgot whose that is. I have to keep things organized. This is a one-man organization. The other thing, of course, is something that you guys want me to paint and purchase. The way that's going to work, and like I said, all this painting stuff, you're going to get something within 90 days. Let's be fair and let's be realistic. And that's the thing that we have to be. From the time that I say, okay, and then I let you know that I started painting it, I do need a little time. I do work a full-time job and stuff, but you will receive something that I think that you're going to be very thrilled about, as well as some extra things that I am not talking about. I want them to be surprises. When you get your game and you get these extra things, I think you're going to be very happy with what you receive. And let's face it, we've given away games all year round. And I particularly want to thank the people that said, listen, I'm good, you've done so much for us, we're thankful, take that money and give it to charity. I don't appreciate them any more than I appreciate the person that wants something painted. I appreciate all of you. But those that make it easier for me have made this actually a lot easier. And even them I have some plans for, but I am doing everything very systematically. I've been working on some things already. Not to mention that, you know, like I said, we've dealt with the Queen's illness. We've dealt with some other things, hurricanes, blah, 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 blah. But I continue to stay on track, on pace. When I finally get home from my day job, I go right into my night job, and that's making sure that I am doing everything that I'm supposed to do to fulfill and take care of this channel. Because after all, this community is the biggest part, and I'm very thankful for that. I could not have done half the stuff that I do if it wasn't for people like Leland and soon to be Lori when I have a chance to actually talk to her. We've been under a gun a lot over the last week. Friday night, actually, it's Sunday now, but this past Friday, we actually tried to go do something. The Queen was very nice and she got some tickets to go see Chicago. Now, it has been a personal joke between her and I because we've tried to go see them together a couple times through our time together and have never been able to go see them because either I had to fly out of the country or whatever, or she had something that she had going on and we always had to give the tickets to somebody else. Well, we finally got to go, and you know, we tried to just keep a good pace at it since again, she wasn't feeling well. We kept it very light, and then, you know, about almost 3/4 with the concert done, I looked at her, I could tell that she was fatigued, and I said, well, come on, let's go. And we left, but we were very happy and we had a great time together. And yes, I like all kinds of music. Chicago, Rush, yes. I like modern stuff. I like everything. It just depends what catches my ear. It's kind of like when I paint. I can paint anything. It's just whatever catches and sticks in my mind. Right, cat? Okay, there we go. Soon Cthulhu Kitty will be making her appearance again, so get ready for another 10 months of Cthulhu Kitty. We're very excited about everything that we have going and going forward. We're going to start filming here after, I think we're probably going to start, we'll be out here full time probably the second week of November first week in November, which I'm pretty excited about because we now have a ton of room to do all the things and film things and be able to be a little more extensive in some of our reviews. But I don't want to be like everybody else. I like being different. You know, too much of the same thing just becomes too much of the same thing, pretty much. Let's see, what else do we got going? Halloween, I am going to be doing a painting. If you notice, there wasn't no painting 101 this week. And the reason for that is because we're doing the live painting 101. I don't know if we're going to be doing it earlier on Halloween or maybe tomorrow, which would be Monday. I have to see, and I know that I have it scheduled in there. So just be ready for a live painting 101 that'll just pop up. I've had to push off, as you know, Massive Darkness and Witchborn. Witchborn, the reason is I want to get Corey in to explain the game. So the real problem is having a huge block of time where everything could be well organized so this runs the way I want it to run, and that's dead on professionally. So you know it's not a train wreck. It enhances his game. It doesn't degrade his game, and to be able to supply the proper experience is what I'm really shooting for. I hope everybody likes the countdown list. I'm having a lot of fun doing them, and I like sticking them in somewhere, so they're a lot of fun. If you notice, there was 3 last week, and that was to make up for not having a painting 101. We are doing the live one this week, and then on Friday, where they normally come out, there'll be another painting 101, which is already shot. Actually, I had shot it already, but I had to reshoot. I have to reshoot it, and the reason being is because I kept on calling Army Painter paint Army Builder paint. You know, because I always have that Army Builder in the back of my head. So I'm watching the thing and I'm going, oh my God. And I talked about 3 paints instead of adding in another paint like Reaper. I left out and I felt like an idiot. And you know, I just wanted to smash my head in because it was like 15 minutes that I wasted. And then I listened to the thing back and I go, oh man, there's no way you can edit this enough to fix it. So even I make mistakes. Who knows? Maybe even I'll put it up as a blooper reel or something like that. If you've seen some sort of bloopers when I start throwing things and cursing and swearing, I have saved some of those because who knows? Maybe someday I will show those. There we go. So I think that's everything. We've got a bunch of reviews coming out this week, and we are gearing up for Shadows of Brimstone. For those of you that are starting to figure it out, that I have been talking a lot about Shadows of Brimstone products because we are just in that mode. Because a lot of people wanted the expansions for Patron, so I've been painting mine the same time I've been painting theirs. And some people have already started getting some of their stuff. The people from September, I've already started cranking some stuff out. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Just have faith in me, and I swear I've never let anybody down, nor will I. Boy, in a nutshell, that's about it. What else did I want to cover? Oh, somebody had asked a couple of questions, and I'll answer them very quickly. I know this is going to take a little bit, but one of the big questions was, how come we don't see you on the Dice Tower anymore? One of the biggest reasons for me not being on the Dice Tower was the hurricane and catching up with everything. Now, we've had contractors here also all this week, and finally finishing up the roof, finish up the screen houses and things like that. So in between trying to film things, which takes long enough for my channel, I just haven't had time to make segments for the Dice Tower. Did I leave the Dice Tower? Do I have bad feelings about the Dice Tower? Do I have this, that? No. The Dice Tower is the Dice Tower. I'm me. And that's as simple as I can explain it. I'm taking care of things here. Will I send them some things when things kind of slow down? You got to remember, taking care of the Queen and all the things that are going on with her and trying to film segments, this channel has to come first. It always has to come first. And you who subscribe here deserve a certain amount of content, and you guys come first, and then the dice tower is always secondary. So it's not that we have a problem or anything like that. It's basically time related. I am more focused on making sure that I give you good quality here, and then, you know, if I have time, I'll send some quality up there. Plus, I mean, let's be honest, okay? They have so many contributors. I mean, what's the point of me being there? Or, you know, really killing myself to be there. They had plenty of people. Nobody's missed a beat there. Everybody's happy and with the dice tower, and why shouldn't they be? It's a monster. It is the biggest gaming site out there, and probably the most famous. So, you know, what's most important is that they always will have good content. They will always have the best of all things, and that's just the way it is, whether I am doing things for them or not. But there's not a problem, and I will send some segments coming up. I have a few ideas that I think I can crank out pretty quickly and get to them. But for now, right now, we are just concentrating on the Queen, the Patron, and of course, this fantastic, wonderful, perfect, unflawed community that I have, and I am blessed for. I say that every week, and I will say it every week. So, what do we got coming up this week? Just stay tuned and watch. I think you guys will be very excited with what you see. I think you guys will be, surprised at some of the things you see. I hope you enjoy everything that we've been doing, and we will continue to give you the best that we can. After all, the name on the moniker is the face that runs the place, and that's me. And I'm going to make sure that I give you everything I've got. Until next time, and until next week, I'm Rob Orn, and we will see you soon.